traders, Raghee here, and in this update we're going to talk about what is next for the NASDAQ. So the big continuation pattern break of the 1, 2, 3 occurred, and this was a conversation that we had some weeks ago that talked about this particular pattern in here and the kind of movement that we've seen since through this swing high. So this low in here is really the whole, well, what we call the 1 point. The swing high is the 2, the retracement is the 3. And breaking this swing high is really the most important part of the whole pattern, which we saw happen right in here. Now, what's really interesting about any kind of pattern like this, there's two ways that this pattern can occur. As a continuation, which is what we saw here, or as a reversal. Let me give you an idea what a reversal would look like. It would look like Walmart. Look like a Walmart trade, where this is the lowest low. We've seen, usually if I'm going to be aggressive about this, it'll be the lowest low in 6 months or the lowest low of the year. But ideally, it's the lowest low of 1 year. Now, that's not always capable. That's not always possible. We're always capable of being able to use the pattern. Just make sure you're differentiating between the trend reversals and the continuation. So Walmart, this 1, 2, 3. Let me highlight it again. This is so here's your low. Swing high, swing low, there's your continuation through the swing high. And so that would be more of that 6-month low trend reversal, while the pattern we're talking about here on the NASDAQ, or even you can see it on the QQQ, is the continuation variety. This is not a significant new low. It's more of a continuation of the trend that preceded. So know the two uses of this 1, 2, 3. All right, so then the question becomes, all right, now that we've broken out, what now? What next? Well, we're going to start looking at some volume levels now. And we don't have a lot other than this zone right in here and a couple other really mild volume ledges in this area. Okay, that's really where we're sort of stuck. Those levels are not drawn by price. Those levels are drawn by what we call those volume ledges. In other words, just sticking out. We saw this one back in here, which we were stuck in for a really long time. Broke through this level. Now look, this candle stopped here. Look at the volume ledge sticking out. I know it's a little subtle, but this is the volume ledge right in here. So these volume ledges act, as you can tell, as support and resistance in many ways. And so in order for this market to continue higher, it's got to take out that opinion that's parked at that level. Do I think it will? I think we might pull back a little bit first, which would suit me just fine. I think that would give us a nice and needed pullback in order to engage NASDAQ, semiconductors, and those kinds of stocks that I think could be relative outperformers. But that's what I think is next. I think we're going to stay stuck in here. Now, also remember, tomorrow, so take a peek at this area here in the candle. It's kind of a stall candle, right? So on Wednesday, we have the FOMC minutes. On Thursday, we have Jerome Powell. So we have actually 2 hot zones coming up where we have these catalysts where we would expect, again, what are they? They're scheduled events, volume and volatility. And so that's what we're focused on. And I think we could continue higher, but let's keep an eye on this. Let's take advantage of a pullback, and I'll see you in the next update.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me